heavyweights. What else?
Bolo, what it do, nigga? Got something for they ass, nigga. Heavyweight Hank, nigga. Gold toss, nigga. What's happening, big dog? Watch this, nigga. We slide playing laser tag. Phantom with the paper tag. Let a nigga make me mad. We jumping out with Jason Mask. Riding with a bad bitch. Looking like Stacey Dash. Pull up on your whip, empty the clip, nigga, and make you crash. Bulletproof cyber truck. You niggas better tighten up. Playing get a closed casket. Talking about fighting us. Made sick like Brother Lynch. When you see me try to duck, I'm really having money by the ton. You niggas nice as fuck. It's up like an airplane. It never been a fair game. I bounced out bareface. Popped him on the staircase. Crack a nigga dome piece. My crib bitch from Long Beach. Place a order, strike me from the border. I got long reach. Name ringing bells in every ghetto. I'm a known G. Name ringing bells on every blade. I'm a known B. If I call a hit, you getting blitzed. That's what it's gonna be. I was 16, calling shots like an OG. Better think fast or get bust open like a beanbag. Rich gangster, I got money older than a Dreamcast. Pop up at your mama front door in a screen mask. Cause we be putting niggas in the dirt under green grass. Suckers can't rest in peace. We should have buried repass. $1 million gangster pushing buttons like a keypad. Them hoes you in love with just wanna get teabagged. All that jaw jacking get you hooked like a sea bag. We slide playing laser tag. Phantom with the paper tag. Let a nigga make me mad. We jumping out with Jason Mask. Riding with a bad bitch. Looking like Stacey Dash. Pull up on your whip, empty the clip, nigga, and make you crash. Bulletproof cyber truck. You niggas better tighten up. Playing get a closed casket. Talking about fighting us. Made sick like Brother Lynch. When you see me try to duck, I'm really having money by the ton. You niggas nice as fuck.
I'm the truth around this bitch, it ain't no imitation. Catch you slipping late night, bitch, that's elimination. I got the pack up off the plug without intimidation. You think I'm playing with my money, shit, all my niggas chasing. So fuck him and fuck you too. You the type of nigga do it for the YouTube. And you the type to get hit up for going where we told you not to go. Then come back and expect us to boo-hoo. You little bitch, I'm from the bottom of the barrel. Big block, 4-barrel. Drop top, old school mirror. And I can get head from Sabrina while my fingers up in Tina. But the bitch that I married 2/3. I'm stepping in the club with a 40 auto. The last time I bought some dumb bitch, it was 40 bottles. Yeah, I splurged like a boss. Whether Sacramento, Miami, Atlanta. Every time I run in the lab, he offering me a hammer.
Slide playing laser tag. Phantom with the paper tag. Let a nigga make me mad. We jumping out with Jason Mask. Riding with a bad bitch. Looking like Stacey Dash. Pull up on your whip, empty the clip, nigga, and make you crash. Bulletproof cyber truck. You niggas better tighten up. Playing get a closed casket. Talking about fighting us. Made sick like Brother Lynch. When you see me try to duck, I'm really having money by the ton. You niggas nice as fuck.
We some heavyweights. What else?
Salute. How are y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. Don't be surprised, aircraft carrier. That just means you ain't been over here enough. Marky Dan, Freaky Deaky Marky, how you doing? How you doing, Freaky Deaky Marky? The aircraft carrier. Welcome. Don't be surprised. It just means you ain't been in here enough. My brother. How you doing, Michael Ray? How you doing? Shout out to my brother. Hey, there go my kinfolk growing with soul. How you doing? Ooh, love that cowboy hat. You already know. Love the cowboy hat. Hey, Coach Hudson, how you doing? Look, Coach Hudson broke down. He broke down that Shakur and Tio, the styles this morning. You did a great job, Coach. Shout out to you. That was some wonderful stuff right there. Hope everybody's doing well. Man, look, yeah, we gonna get into all that right there. We gonna get into all that. Look, I'm gonna do this early, but I need people to act right and still allow me to conduct my show. Cause I got some stuff. But first of all, how y'all doing? I'm gonna go back. I did do my breakdown last weekend, so I'm definitely gonna go back and try to quickly run through last weekend before I get to this weekend and some news. So again, if you come up here, be so kind as to allow a sister to run her show. I'll be letting y'all just get away with stuff. I'll just be letting y'all get away with stuff. All right, y'all. So okay, friendly, you got to show me your face because I don't know you. And actually, because I don't know you. Oh, yes, I do. Good Lord. Ugh. Of course, you would have to come up here, wouldn't you?
You know me. You know me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there we
do.
go.
I
Yeah,
do.
freaking
And if you
easy.
don't act right,
Oh, yeah, I'm a
I'm gonna
show.
boot you. I'm gonna boot you. Boot you right on off the stage. No, thank you, Coach. And also, yeah, including you, Marky. You guys got channels? Put your channels in the chat by
I
all
appreciate
means.
that, Shabalea. I appreciate that.
Freaky Deaky Marky, how you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm having a good day. Tomorrow is Friday. We got some big fights this weekend. I think the UFC, they got a fight card out this weekend as
Nobody
well.
cares, Marky.
Um, I mean, a lot of people care. I mean, the UFC is not a dying business without a Saudi investor. So a lot of people obviously care. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on this weekend, Shaolei. I mean, some exciting stuff.
I know.
And
We're
I
about to
think
we're about to get
we're
into it.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead. We're about to get into it. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna bring up some motorsports. I think World Rally. I think they're going to Saudi Arabia this weekend. They were just in Malta. So I think I'm gonna be going live on my motorsports channel. So I'm gonna drop the link to that if anybody interested. But go ahead, Shaw.
I did, Carrier. I don't have. I'm not a
What
verbose.
canoe boy gotta say?
I'm not a verbose person like that. I get to the point. So yes, I gotta run it back. Gotta
Shout
run
out
it
to
back.
canoe boy.
I don't even know who the heck Carrier. That's Carrier. That's the aircraft carrier. The hater.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, the biggest deal last weekend was for me personally, um, the IBF championship for lightweight, which was Raymond Murataya and Andy Cruz. But I'm just gonna run through the lower fights and move my way up to that one. Right, Mari Jones versus Jerome Baxter, very good fight. Amari definitely looking very good, and I think he'll be in contender status very soon. Do you have anything to say about that, Mr. Markey?
Oh, I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time. Somebody was talking to me.
I'm not.
I apologize. I
I'm
apologize.
not.
I'm walking
It's
around.
okay.
Oh,
You're
yeah. I
fine.
apologize.
I'm not. I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna move
No,
to the next
okay,
because I
fine.
do.
All right.
I got a lot of stuff on my
I get it. I
plan here.
apologize. I'm gonna be on
Okay.
point. I'm gonna be on point. Somebody was just talking to me. Go ahead.
Zaquin Moses versus Leandro Damian Medina. He also did very well. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of Zaquin. He does look good. I respect the background and the pedigree. Um, I just see other guys at that division that are the prospects coming in that I just like a little bit more. But he did a great job. Even got a knockdown early. Shout out to Zaquin. Do you have any thoughts on that fight, Mr. Markey?
No, I didn't see it. Was that on the Zuffa card? Or what card was that on?
This is Raymond Murataya and Andy Cruz, the
Oh, okay,
undercard.
okay. Yeah, I only saw the main event
Okay.
last weekend. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So then I'll run through these quickly again. Israel Madrimov made his return. Still has pneumonia. Has been fighting pneumonia since the Ortiz fight, which I find kind of strange. Been all around the world to try to get cured for it. I just don't feel like it was wise for him to come back. He looked sickly to me. He definitely was becoming winded. I think you're playing with your life, Madrimov, but he also still did a very good job considering. I think as the fight was going on, you could almost see the urgency of him trying to get his opponent out. But he ended up just winning by unanimous decision. Shout out to Madrimov. Please take care of your health, sir, before you return. Pneumonia ain't nothing to play with, right?
Absolutely not. That's a respiratory disease, right?
Sure, you're right. It sure is. The next fight will be one that everybody felt some kind of way about. Good or bad, whether you like this kid or not. And I do. Khalil Cole versus Jesse Hart.
No, I heard that was a robbery. That's what I heard.
It was messy lead up, and I'm gonna show a little bit of that. Welcome B3. How are you doing today?
Bradley Savage, B3 picks. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
How you doing, B3?
Mark is just gonna tell everybody my whole government. But that's good. They need to know it anyway, because I'm a public figure at this point, right? I'm doing
Ooh,
good. Shout out,
Yeah.
y'all.
yeah.
That's what they called you this
Thankful.
day, what, like 30 years ago. So that's why I'm going to call you today. B3
Yeah,
picks, a.k.a.
yeah, Mark.
Bradley Savage. I love you to death, man. You're a good guy.
Okay, Marky.
Appreciate
All
you,
right.
Mark.
Let me run. Would you like to cover any of those that I just talked about?
I
Or
just want to
or
say, shout out to Zaquin Moses, the young prospect. He looks extremely sharp. I just want to see him move up, the levels at the right pace. Man, Wally Moses, like he said, man, he's a hell of a trainer. He's a great teacher. And I mean, to have, two, I don't know how many other, he said he got 18 grandsons, so we'll see how many enter the
I
pro
know, right?
ranks.
Oh my God. Dang.
Right. But to have one that's a pound for pound fighter and then another budding, prospect, soon to be contender, I believe. He'll probably in about the next 3 to 5 fights. I know Eddie's gonna be looking to put him in contender status. So it's looking good for Wally Moses. Outside of that, I'm not sure if you did Jesse Hart versus Khalil Cole, but
We're
um,
right here. I was gonna do a little lead up
all right.
real quick. And then I got a little piece on Khalil thereafter. So first let me run this. Let me go to my screen share. And of course my dog gets up and starts wanting to do weird shit like probably go to the bathroom and all that great stuff. Yep, because he's whining a little bit, but we gonna run this real quick.
You know I'm like that. You see my way. You know I'm like that. I promise you. It's already on. It's over.
All right, so we know, man, Khalil Cole acting a fool in the lead up. Missed
Then he
weight
up.
by 8 pounds. It was like
Oh, and he acted
7.8.
like that.
That's 8
What?
pounds. Acting like that, right? Then we get to
You're a
the
clown.
fight night, and Jesse Hart was doing very well. Was keeping Khalil Cole on the outside with the jab, turning him. But Khalil really wasn't doing much for me. It just got really weird, though. It got really weird. It went to a real negative type place. One more little whoop whoop. Hold on.
Oh shit, this nigga dead, y'all. Oh shit, this nigga dead.
Ah,
Yep. He dropped that
he
man.
hit that man with an F5.
36-year-old man, you dropping him on the ground like that. I mean, he just I don't know what the hell Khalil was going through in the lead up during the fight. That bullshit right there. And after a while, yeah, we saw Jesse gassed, towards the later rounds, but then man, shout out to shit. Greg Hackett he coached his ass off that night. Shout out to him. He even reinvigorated his fighter for them last 2 rounds. And Jesse Hart actually came back with some steam. I thought he did enough to win this fight from the beginning, and they robbed that man. They robbed Jesse.
What was the rounds? How did you score it?
Let me see. Let me see if I did actually score it here on my actual paper. Hart. That's Amari. Sometimes I'll start and then I don't, especially bullshit pop off. Okay, so I had it 93-95 Hart. I put Jesse Gasses in the 6th round, right? And then there were 2 10-8 rounds, correct? Yeah. So 6th round is when Jesse Hart got the 10-8 round. I'm sorry, Cole did. I can't remember what the hell happened in that round that Jesse got 8. A low blow or something? It was low blows, I believe. And
Well, they called Jesse for holding, right?
I thought it was low blows. Was it holding? Oh, it was holding. You're right. You're
Wait,
right.
they took a point from Jesse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they
because
didn't
it was
take a
Thomas
point from this
Taylor.
nigga DDTing him on his neck.
It was damn Thomas Taylor. It was Thomas Taylor. So then, then he turned around the next round. That's when he drops him, and that was a 10-8 round. If I'm no, he dropped him early, huh?
Yeah.
He dropped him in the 3rd round. That was the 10-8. For Hart had 10, Cole got 8. Because he did take a point for Cole doing that. But either
Well,
way,
that just tell you that they didn't want Jesse Hart to win that fight from
Of
the
course
time he
not.
walked in that building. That's all that tell you.
he's 36-year-old.
Yeah.
He's been fighting in the TCL for like what, a year or 2.
Doing good.
Yeah, he's been doing well, but and I think the jacked up part is this fight was initially supposed to happen in October, and you could tell kind of like Jesse maybe needed the money because he was pissed off when Khalil broke his hand. He was pissed. I think he needed that money. So even
That
after,
ain't no thing, Shaw.
well, definitely, you're right. And then after missing
Boy,
8 pounds, he didn't have to go through with that fight, but he did. So
No.
it's kind of on Jesse,
Come
but
on, man.
it wasn't
Listen,
cool.
he didn't even want a portion of his check. He wanted his whole check. And see,
Right.
that's how these guys get when the A-side fighter they kind of get an advantage is because they know that it essentially if you're on the B side, you getting an opportunity, you need that pay. So they're gonna do whatever they want to do to you.
Carrier your ass. Ooh, he said Zakeem looks like an industry plant. I didn't see that. But so yes, yeah. I didn't mean to even stay on this that long, but I did want to touch on something else, right? Because he missed by 8 pounds. So I can't remember if it was Mike. Maybe Mike sent this to me or Ant. This is an article about Khalil Cole in his previous fight with Gallegos, right? And if y'all recall how those 2 fights went, he got stopped on the first fight with Gallegos. Second time he came back and he beat him down in Mexico, right? But come to find out, Khalil Cole had been hospitalized twice before his first fight. Before the second fight, excuse me. He had been hospitalized twice before fighting Manuel Gallegos. Drove himself to the hospital the first time, diagnosed with a kidney infection. 3 weeks before he was set to square off with Gallegos the first fight, right? Didn't tell his manager or his promoter that he had been hospitalized overnight. 2 weeks later, a week prior to the fight, he's hospitalized again. Guess with what? Missing weight. Rhabdo. Dude had rhabdo. So what does that tell y'all? If anything. No? Nobody
You said
want
somebody got.
My
Sorry, you
my
said
bad,
somebody got
Shaw.
robbed though.
Yeah,
Rhabdo.
Khalil Cole. Yeah, Khalil Cole
Rhabdo
called
diagnosed.
random.
Yeah. So, but he hadn't told anybody these things. He didn't tell them that he had a kidney infection. This man he needs to move up. It's
No,
clear and it's obvious. He needs to move the fuck up another
no, that
division.
right there, that gotta be on the commission. Like a guy got a kidney infection
They
and
didn't.
y'all don't know. Like, and at the same
Yeah,
time, while I usually, cherish or I prop up the dudes that do that, old school tough guy stuff, like Hank Aaron, or
tough
excuse me, Henry
man.
Hank. He had, the water bottles in his pocket, so he could move up to higher weights while still being a little dude beating up on big guys. But the commission got to tighten up. That's crazy. If that man get carried up out of there and then we find out later he had all these complications, like who else do we put it on outside of Khalil Cole himself for making that decision?
Yeah, yeah, you're
The
right. Somebody else does need to be privy to that, and how they missed that. I don't know. I don't know
because
how
this
they.
this type of stuff don't happen in football, Shaw. It don't happen in basketball. You will never hear about a dude with a lacerated kidney or kidney infection getting on the field. That is insane.
Yeah, I could believe that. I can believe that. But when I guess when you consider there's, I don't know. I can't. I
You
can't
can't even
consider.
bring up the money.
Yeah, I can't. I was gonna say that maybe they don't have but they do have good doctors on those commissions that are checking these guys out, supposedly to make sure that they're not coming in there injured or with some type of pre-existing condition, messed up eyes, burst eardrum, whatever the case may be. So hey, I don't know. All I know is stumbling upon this, like I said, shout out to either Mike or Ant, whoever has sent this to me. Um, this guy don't even need to be at the weight division. He should have been moved up before when he was fighting Gallegos. So missing by 8 pounds, it's just not. I can understand why. Light, heavy, just go on and move up to cruiser or to heavyweight, right? Probably cruiser. But he didn't seem to give a shit anyway. To be honest, we saw how he was acting when he came off that damn scale. He didn't give a shit. But on to the main bout. We had a winner. Obviously, it was Raymond Mortaya. Um, I initially chose Raymond, then I went back because I still felt like it was a 50-50 fight. Um, and Raymond did say, and I think I had talked about that, he didn't think that Mr. Andy Cruz was ready for this yet. Um, I thought Andy was definitely working on heavy shots to the body for this fight. But it just turns out that he was just peppering for the most part and moving around. Shout out to Tay, my brother Tay Jones. I saw him on Cam J's platform, and he was talking about what would be considered in scoring this fight being in Vegas, and that's most definitely pressure. And I'll be damned if Raymond Murtaya didn't walk that man all around that ring, cut it, walk him, cut it. He missed a lot of shots, but at the end of the day, I do feel like Raymond legitimately won. I do have some little placards here with some of the punch stats, and to look at them, to be honest, it really don't look like maybe Raymond would have won by the numbers. What do you guys think about that fight briefly?
Um, well, I caught the highlights of it. Um, so I can't really speak to who actually won it, but it looked like a very entertaining fight. It looked like Andy Cruz was having some success early, but then the gas tank might have got it exposed a little bit. He started standing and not moving enough.
Yeah,
And then later on, like even if when he was slightly catching a second wind, Murataya still showed them skills. And you got to give the guy a lot of
I
credit.
agree.
He has a good footwork. He has a decent hand speed. And the guy's pretty confident. And he got a good corner with him. And I even remember Murataya was talking some heavy stuff when him and Keyshawn were at Top Rank. And Keyshawn never said nothing to that man.
Mm.
And Murataya said, Keyshawn's not on my level. That's an easy fight. You know what I'm saying? And Keyshawn never had that type of smoke for that man.
Nope, but
But
he did for
oh,
Frank Martin.
yep, and he did for his daddy. Um, but overall, it was an entertaining fight. Andy Cruz, it looked like he was hitting him with some straight accurate shots, but obviously it wasn't enough to get the decision. I wanted to see Andy Cruz do it. I always root for the Island Boy. My fa- my or excuse me, my one of my uncles, who I actually got to speak on the phone the other day to Cletus St. Paul, who's a part of the Grenadian Communist Revolution. He's actually living in Cuba right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It sucks over there. It sucks really bad. So I wanted the Island Boy to do it, bring some pride home for the home team, but it didn't happen, and it's a shame. We got this niglet by the name of Keyshawn Davis, aka the drunk, aka Mr. Nigga Moment at any time, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? He got his
AKA
5 minutes.
Mr. BTA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he got his 5 minutes. B3O. I mean, he was putting all type of souls all on Andy Cruz's grave. He was putting all type of feet. You know what I'm saying? Steel toe boots to Andy Cruz's ribs. I mean, it was bad. He was kicking. He was kicking my guy while he was down. But you know,
Good.
it's a zero-sum game. I mean, Andy Cruz did it to him. Just a
Yeah,
shame it had
exactly.
to happen to my guy.
Yeah, your guy, you went against the American yet again, and you took a L.
There goes
I'm
some of the
thankful for that.
tomfoolery, though. I wasn't feeling all this shit. I mean, at the end of the day, I've gotten to a point where Keyshawn don't bother me. I'm gonna go ahead though. Go ahead, B3. You cook on how
He's a
you felt
punk.
about the
He's
fight.
a punk. He's a punk and a drunk.
Nah,
A
nah,
drunk
don't say
and a
that, cause
punk.
then, nah, he's entertaining. He's from Norfolk, Virginia.
Man.
You got to understand the culture in the area.
Nah,
Is
man.
he a little bit goofy? Yeah, of course, but he
A
has to
little
have
bit.
fun. He
How
has to have
old
fun.
is he in
Marky,
person?
you a lot of bit goofy, and y'all about the same age. So don't try to act like you don't be you not y'all not y'all, y'all don't do the same type of stuff. He's just
I don't do the same
hold on.
type
Let
of
me
stuff
just,
as Keyshawn Day. Hell
he's
no.
just he's just a young guy that's in a position where a lot of people are not ready for. Now with him, only thing
Look
is
at
like
this
look what he's
shit.
doing. Look, but Jermaine Ortiz had a belt on stage before his fight, and nobody said nothing. But Keyshawn with his homeboys clowning around, having a good time, trolling. Everybody has so much issue with it.
But that's because Jermaine Ortiz did it before the fight. Like he's going into whoop ass. Like Keyshawn Davis just watched his poppy get his ass whooped. And now he's acting like he's the poppy now. Whooping a
See, they
curb.
see there you going with that
That nigga
poppy
was
stuff,
probably
right?
drunk. They were probably pre-gaming before and after.
I don't think
Just
he
being
was drunk.
honest.
Let's not do that. I mean, you
Yeah.
know what? Everybody's entitled to feel, and I've heard that talking point. I don't think he's drunk. I think this nigga's just goofy. Um,
I mean, he
and
said he drink every day. I'm just going off his words.
that was
He
before. Supposedly he ain't doing it now. I don't even
He
know if I
also
believe
said he
that.
don't smoke weed after he got suspended for three
Marky,
months.
I don't
Then he was
believe
on that live.
Marky. I don't
I'm just
believe
saying.
that he was none of that. I think this dude's goofy. I think he needs to grow the fuck up and learn how to be professional. That people are watching you, right? And again, how old is Keyshawn now? 26, 28? He ain't 28
gotta
yet.
be 27 at least. Yeah, I think
I
Like,
wouldn't have
27.
had
grow
no
up.
problem. I wouldn't have
Grow
had
the
no.
hell up. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like I say, I really don't let him phase me like that no more. I don't really let him get under my skin. But I will just say it's he needs to grow up.
I wouldn't have had no problem if, while Andy Cruz and his entourage was walking out the ring, Keyshawn took the belt and threw it at that nigga. I wouldn't have had no problem with that. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I like a bit of theatrics. You know, Muhammad Ali went to Sonny Liston's house in a bus with a blowhorn. You know what I'm saying? He walked up to that man Sonny at the casino shower. You remember that shower? And Sonny pulled that piece out on him.
Yeah,
Ali thought it was over.
I heard about it.
So I mean, like, I ain't saying that shenanigans is
But
bad,
that's not
you
really
know.
shenanigan pulling out a piece on somebody. Like, but
I'm
we
just
just
saying.
watched Keyshawn do.
I
That's
mean,
what he's trying to
Keyshawn beat
do.
up a guy in front of his son. Like, while the guy was walking away from whooping on his
That's
brother.
some different type.
That's shenanigans. Come on.
Nah,
Man was missed weight and then get on the
I don't
scale
know. Look,
smiling.
maybe it's the culture in America. That's some gangster shit. I don't know what that is on the islands. That's some
We
thug
call that
type
tomfoolery.
shit. What he's doing is tomfoolery. What he's doing is goofy. You know, when you start putting your hands on people and pulling out a piece, then that's something a little bit different. Wait a minute, before y'all go on, let me say, shout out to Bella. Hey Bella, how you doing?
What's
And
happening, Bella?
yeah. ATX Red. How you doing, King? How you doing?
Salute.
The good Doc Boxing Talk. How you doing, Doc?
Salute.
See y'all. DP Rocker. I see my brother.
Maybe Doc Boxing Talk could answer that question about, like, what, like, should the commission know if a fighter got an infected kidney? Could you answer that, Doc Boxing Talk, at least for your state, if you have any knowledge on that? Because I find that just interesting.
He said, wait, so people don't troll other fighters after they lose? Yeah, they do. They do. That's why I said that one didn't bother me so much. And really, Keyshawn just getting to the point where I'm really not bothered by the antics, but I still think it's childish. It's tasteless. It's classless. He needs to grow the hell up. But and maybe it's the way he does it. He's just goofy to me.
No, it's the fact that he's lost. I think he's lost a certain bit of trust and credibility, and he might gain it back after a couple of fights. Cause like that Abdullah Mason call out, and then to miss weight the very next day, shower. Like that, like I don't know if you'll call that goofy. I don't know if you call that. I don't know what to call that. Like,
I mean,
Man,
why say
listen,
you
anything
gonna
if you
call it
know you
whatever
can't
you
but you
make the
want,
gotta,
weight?
freaky
what
deaky market, because that's who you are. I'm gonna call it classless, goofy, tasteless, stupid, young,
I'm gonna
child.
call it. I'm gonna call it the reason why Keyshawn is on the card and not Hitchens.
No,
See,
no, no.
hold on. Let me finish. No, let me finish. I know everybody want to hear. You don't want to hear this. Okay.
Speak the facts,
Some
B3. Speak
some
the
people are
facts.
just more entertaining.
You know what?
Now, and hold on, and this what they told me a little bit ago. They said I was like, who's gonna be the next superstar? I was like, is it gonna be Abdullah Mason? Everybody was like, it's gonna come down to personality, how outspoken you are. Now it really is gonna come down how polarizing. Now, does Keyshawn maybe have to make some adjustments like a lot of these other young guys? Yes, but he at least has the superstar starter kit in that he's entertaining, and that's gonna bode well for him. He just got to kick ass and win fights.
I agree.
It,
I agree with that. I
no,
do.
y'all. It doesn't take the bullshit for him to be entertaining.
It took the bullshit for
You know
Ali,
what?
so how
Okay,
you gonna
so
say
here's the
that for this
thing.
young man?
Ugh, ugh.
Ali was doing a lot of bullshit, shower.
You know what,
You
Ali?
heard what he said to Joe Frazier? A chiller, a
Of
killer,
course,
a
and
thriller.
you ain't
And
gotta
I
run
ain't
it down.
coming
You
back
ain't
from
gotta run
Manila
it down.
till I kill that gorilla.
You ain't
But
gotta run it
Keyshawn
down.
can't whoop a curb.
You ain't gotta run it down. But here's the thing. Yeah, okay, you're right. There were some
Yeah,
antics, but I don't know. Again, it was no, still a little bit different. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't all the animation in the bull jive for me.
bull jobs.
Yeah, because Keyshawn just still acts like a juvenile. Ali act like a grown man who was actually promoting fights. Keyshawn just be acting like a goddamn YN. Please no.
Shower, were you surprised at the size difference? How Keyshawn was looking down at Jermaine, or was that the shoes? He had like some boots on, right?
Man,
I'm working my way to that, y'all. I'm
Okay,
working my way to
okay.
Muhammad
it.
Ali
I'm working.
was a goddamn black Muslim in the 1960s. He the original YN.
Okay. I don't think
I
so.
gotta defend my
I
guys. You
really
know, these
don't.
guys
I
are my
really don't.
era.
I
I
don't
gotta
see
defend
them
them,
in that
Shower.
light at all. Not to say now, yeah, did he promote? And yeah, does Keyshawn promote? I agree, but I don't see him in that light I'm sorry.
Marky, your guy's Andy Cruz is. I mean, what's next for him?
Uh, oh, I'm eating. Hold on, one sec.
Andy Cruz still belongs to me.
My bad, my
At
bad.
135?
Andy Cruz definitely belongs at 135. I've heard people saying he's small. I also believe he's still, even being now 6-1,
You
he
know,
belongs at the top.
you know what I think
Mm-hmm.
he should do? B3 Fix. I think
Yes, sir.
Andy Cruz should join with Bomac. I think he should head to Colorado Springs, not just because that's who Keyshawn just left, but I think Colorado Springs, that elevation, I think that would be good for his conditioning. And then on top of the fact, Bomac is Bomac, and they got that, and he got that team out there for Andy Cruz to teach him to be a pro.
Hmm, that's interesting.
Now,
I
who he
tell
gonna
you
fight
what,
next? I mean, Floyd Schofield is still on the zone. I mean, that fight is not
He
impossible.
got he ducking that work. If he don't go work with
Nah,
Ishmael
but
Silas,
at the same,
if he don't go
but you
work with
talking about Andy
Silas, he
Cruz
ducking
or
that work.
Floyd?
I
You
don't
talking
see
about
it
Andy
fighting
or
against
Floyd?
Floyd. And
Andy.
I don't think Andy should go that route next anyway. We talking about no. But I do like the B&B. I do like that because I'm sorry, Bozy should have had him way more prepared. Like I said, in the lead up, I saw him working the body, going, him and Boots working on those drills. I just don't know where the disconnect happened. All he was
The
doing was
dis
coming over the top.
I seen the disconnect in the corner. It was the English to Spanish translation. Every
I
time
never
Andy
said
had to look to the right at his man's, he needs a Spanish speaking trainer. Just that simple. I
salad,
don't want to see him with anybody.
salad.
Respectfully.
So yeah, it's gonna be a
Respectfully.
Ismail
Just
Salas.
so everything can be a smooth transition for Andy. You know, Andy doesn't need to be doing a whole bunch of
I
thinking. He
agree.
need to be doing more fighting.
Ismail Salas,
Or an Eric Morales.
Bob
You know,
Santos is even Spanish speaking, like somewhere,
Eric
somewhere.
Morales
He
gonna
does pretty
teach
good. He does
Andy.
pretty good with Spanish. Bob
Eric
Santos.
Morales gonna teach Andy how to be a boxer warrior.
I would like to see
Man,
a Spanish speaking coach that's worked with black fighters, though. I don't know. Has Eric Morales?
I mean, he probably
I
has. I
wouldn't send him
mean,
off to no Hispanic fight coach that only his train Hispanic fighters. I'm just saying.
I just don't
I,
want him with
I
anybody too
mean,
defensive. Robert Garcia would be a good fit.
No, no,
He needs to work on
mm-mm,
letting his hands go.
mm-mm,
Um
no.
that lost in this fight though.
Yeah, but I'm saying no, no, no,
And he's
Robert. I
not
just
sitting down
said
on his punches at all.
Robert Garcia is a nationalist, and that's fine. He's for his people. I would never recommend a black person to go to Robert Garcia with some of the things that he said about black people. So,
what do you
like I
say?
said, you just gonna have to go look that up. We ain't even got time. We shouldn't have been
Okay,
on
I
this.
apologize, but
Yeah,
Was it? Oh man.
it was on a and it was in Spanish, but it was on a radio station. I'll just clue you into that. Okay, so on to the next though,
He said
because
something he wasn't
Goddamn.
supposed to say.
Well,
I
Robert
mean, you
Garcia
know what?
is
He
a
said something
Garcia
in
is a
reference to his
California
people.
Mexican. So
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
surprised.
He said
Yeah.
something in reference to his people, and then
All
y'all
right,
better check
Jason.
it out because I
We can
want to get through this shit. I'm still on last weekend, y'all. Good lord. Okay.
Go
Um,
ahead, Chabalaya. Go
of course,
ahead.
Marky loves this shit. Let me not say shit because here's the thing: it was a decent card for what it's worth. The actual undercard was better than this bullshit up here at the top. Good
Yeah, I
lord.
ain't gonna lie. That main event, bro. I actually fell asleep. Like I actually
I
woke
was
up at
falling
8 o'clock
asleep,
the
y'all, and
next
I
day.
don't
That was a
fall
great
asleep.
sleep.
I
That put me
don't
to.
fall asleep on fights, but it definitely was here. Shout out to Troy Nash. Did a great job. Robert Merriweather, great job. I didn't even I walked away for Emilio. I didn't even catch all of Floyd Diaz, and I can't even go back and watch the shit.
Burt Merriweather. Merriweather. Yeah.
Omar Trinidad. This is the fight that I told y'all I wanted to see. I actually enjoyed that fight.
Somebody got
Trinidad
put to bed.
again. Julian Rodriguez, King Sandoval, good fight. Misael Rodriguez, it was a good fight, but Callum, yeah, that should not have been a top billing for that first card for Zuffa. Also, what the hell is up with the prison attire for the fucking fighters, dude? I'm not feeling it. Gray and black and white. Everybody got the same gloves and shorts. Um, I I ain't feeling all that shit. The second card looks like it's gonna be better, but we'll get into that. Any thoughts or feelings for you, B3? Zuffa one.
Yeah, I thought the Zuffa card was pretty good. I just feel like everybody needs to understand who Callum Walsh is as a boxer because
I do. Yeah.
he's not yeah, everybody is, they kind of were underwhelmed with the card because the main event was so terrible.